Panda, we're gonna go edit a video. But first, I gotta finish heating up the coffee. Is that okay? Okay, just a second. I know. They've been waiting for the video. Oh, it's ready. Okay, let's go edit the video. 12 months ago, Sarah and I took a big leap to launch this ministry of helping people know and listen to Jesus and going out on our own to start Red Letter Basics. We had been married for about 4 years at that time, and I'd been in ministry for 7 years or so. And we thought it wise to take a sabbatical before launching into the unknown of a startup ministry. We went to get some missionary care to help us work through a lot of stuff that we were dealing with. And it was probably one of the best decisions we made all year. This year, God has been teaching me something that I don't think I could have learned soon enough. During that sabbatical, we stayed with some dear friends, John and Candace Rowe, and they do missionary care.
What up? We John, Candace Rowe, Mountaintop Oasis. I just would like to personally, from Candace and I, both say thank you so much for your support, whether it's financial, it's prayerfully, it's even text messages and emails for both Sarah and Austin and Red Letter Basics. The past week has just been amazing.
One of the things that they helped us do was learn how to actually rest. Since then, all year, I've dealt with more stressful things, but I've never had so much stress laid on me so consistently day after day for so long. At the same time, I have never been so content with what the Lord is doing in my life and in the lives of the people around me. It is an amazing thing to encounter the weight of stress and yet feel the peace of the Holy Spirit at the same time and experience contentment and have actual rest. February, I had an idea of how the year was going to go. I came up with a plan and we executed on that plan. There were a lot of things that God did that I was unexpected of. There were a lot of things that I expected God to do. I was praying a prayer, Lord, give me someone to disciple. Who is it that you want me to disciple? Someone new. And he put in my life someone named Miles, someone named Jared, and someone named Connor. We started meeting, going through Red Letter Basics. I was helping them learn the Bible study method that is in there, helping them discover the truth of Jesus. All of them have grown up in the church and have different levels of maturity in their relationship with Jesus. And like me, I and them grew so much through that study. We have a testimonial video of those guys, and these are only 3 of the people that Sarah and I have been able to minister to this year. We have a young adult ministry that serves on any Thursday night anywhere between 6 to a dozen or more, a few people to 20 or whatever, and we love it. It is a great joy of our heart to serve and love those people well. Sarah was able to do a retreat with Someone Cares Ministry, which is a post-abortive care ministry for women who have been through an abortion and want to work through what happened and how that went down for them. And at that retreat, she actually was able to be a witness. It was able to witness someone come to Christ and be baptized. She speaks at that retreat. She serves at that retreat, and it's an amazing opportunity for her to step into the ministry that God has called her to do. At the beginning of the year, we were able to do a men's retreat where we had 4 guys, me and our worship pastor, Matt Bell, who also does the young adult ministry. We co-lead that together. He and I were able to lead 4 other young men through a weekend of prayer and of teaching and of worship. And it was an amazing time, and we are planning to do it again this year. We were able to record a podcast, or at least a podcast prototype, with the theological team. That was another huge prayer. I was like, Lord, I need theologically trained and minded people on my team, helping me develop this content, refining the book, and all of this. And he provided that. And we have another team for this year as there's some more projects. But we had a prototype podcast where we had a handful of episodes that we worked through. We turned our living room into a podcast studio. We borrowed cameras from people. We bought a light. Like it was a very rinky-dink setup, but it worked. And using old equipment, we made it work. And one of my first disciplers, Preston Richard, who's now also on the board, was able to produce those. And the fruit of that already, just of those few videos, has been amazing. We got them edited and we put them on YouTube strategically and have seen, I don't know, I think it's like 30,000, almost 30,000 views, dozens of watch hours, I think like 130 plus subscribers, all within the first 90 days. And that is very significant. We're not doing any paid promotions or anything like that. It's just on there. And people are engaging with it, and it's really cool to see. Also last year, another one of my first disciplers, Bud Stack, Ephraim Stack, passed away and went home to be with the Lord. And that, man, I miss him. Bud Stack was the first person to join the ministry team. He lived in Savannah, Georgia, where I surrendered my life to Jesus and was first really discipled and commissioned into vocational ministry. And he's been a part of all the ministry work. And I have so much hope and assurance that he is sitting with our King, but I miss him. We had a lot of ups and downs last year, a lot of financial stresses. Some financial things came up where it's like, I don't know what we're going to do. We had to use a lot of our personal emergency savings in order to make ends meet in some ways. A lot of tax and accounting stuff that I didn't expect with like healthcare type things and all kinds of stuff that were just overwhelming. And we got to a point where it's like financially it's towards the end of the year, it was getting a little scary because we didn't know what this year was going to look like. It's not sustainable to do again what we did last year to do it this year. We knew going in that there was going to be unknowns, financial risk, and it was calculated. We're debt-free, healthy emergency savings, a strong support team behind us. And we we knew that there was risk and there were going to be things that were unknown. As we approached the end of the year, October was coming around, and financially it was like, we won't be able to do this again next year. Not like this. Certain financial things have to change. Support raising, fundraising has looked a lot different this year because I'm no longer just fundraising for my personal salary, my personal income. I'm fundraising for all of the ministry overhead. If we want to do a ministry project, we need funding for that. And anything from the project of going and discipling someone and having that initial coffee with them, all the way to doing missions work, to producing digital content, to all the things that come with doing ministry. And I sat down, I said, Lord, when I do the math, I think it's the minimum viable number that we need going into January is an additional $20,000 in order for this to continue to make sense. And Lord, if you don't provide that, I'm okay with that. I'm content with that. But that'll mean that I need to go do a second job, go back into some carpentry work, doing construction, flipping furniture, all kinds of stuff like that I've done in the past. And Lord, I'm okay with that. But I don't want to do that if that's not what you want me to do. And $20,000 is a lot of money. But in the scheme of life, it's not. And I've never had to go out and fundraise $20,000 in a month. Never had to put that ask out there. I've never had to think through how to budget that. I've had large budgets that I've had to work through and manage and reconcile, but this felt different. It was very intimidating. The last 2 weeks of December, up to that point, we had only seen about $6,000 come through, $7,000 come through for that goal, and I was starting to freak out. I was like, I don't know how this is going to play out. It's like, Lord, if you want this money to be here, you're going to have to do it. I don't know what to do. And by December 30th at 11 a.m., that $7,000 had turned into I keep pointing at you guys because I'm so thankful. Golly. Turn 30 and you start crying all the time. Had turned in $21,439. I say this so often. It is very humbling to be on the receiving end of your giving. The Apostle Paul, I put this in the newsletter, the Apostle Paul, I think he understood something about giving and fundraising and money that I think so often we Christians miss. Philippians 4:17. Paul is writing to the Philippian church and says, it's not the gift itself that I'm seeking, but it is the fruit that increases to your account. Paul was asking the Philippian church for money. He knew that there was financial support coming from them. The word had gotten to him that it was. He knew that was happening. And he was putting an ask in front of them, but he knew that he wasn't asking for the money. He said, I want your help to get me from this point to this point, this being where I am and this being where God is asking me to go. And to get there, it costs this much. And I need your help to get me there. And that money, I believe what he understood that we often miss as Christians is that money is not a transaction. It's a translation into the enabling resource that allows us to advance the kingdom of God. It's one of many resources that enable us in this world to do that. And it is an honor to serve the Lord alongside this ministry team. For those who are a part of this YouTube channel and you're not on our newsletter, you don't know about this ministry, there's plenty of ways you can get to know that. Subscribe to the newsletter. The link is in the description. Go check out the Red Letter Basics YouTube channel and watch the Who is Red Letter Basics video. That'll be linked at the end of this. Check out the website. There's all the ways you can do that. You can email me personally. I would love to connect with you. Get on a video call or something like that. Like, I'm serious. Why not? And it is an honor to serve alongside you guys, the ministry team. That's everyone who is financially partnered with us, who is praying for us, who is getting our newsletters and praying for us by that, which is a couple hundred people that are praying for us, that I know are praying for us. I love you guys so much. This year is going to be a very big year. There's a huge challenge in front of us, and I'm going to be talking about that in future videos. I'm scared. I'm excited. I'm tired. Emotionally and physically. I'm also losing weight. Last year I lost like 20 pounds. This year I want to lose another 20 pounds. I'm working out a couple times a week with my brother, exercising, running around here, and eating healthier and all kinds of stuff like that. But Happy New Year's. That's my resolution, is lose another 20 pounds. If you want to do that, go lose some weight with me. Subscribe to the newsletter. Check out the Red Letter Basics YouTube channel. And I love you all. And always remember what God is doing in your life and through your life. I'll see you next time.